I met a gypsy.
Yeah, like it is a real, like you guys have all known each other for so long. Like there's so much history on the start line, and I think that maybe fans just take it every weekend for what it is, or maybe what's happened the weekend before. But it's like you guys have all known each other since you're, 10 years old.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it is like it's like high school. it's like, yeah, I've dealt with this guy forever. And that's what's been cool about stepping away, like from racing, is like actually getting to know some of the riders. Like, Anderson and I had this huge rivalry for most of our careers. And, now that I'm not racing, him and I have gotten closer. And then like, even like Dean Wilson, who's, I've competed in multiple titles against him and hated the guy for, beating me and all this stuff. But then when I step away and we hang out, it's a completely different and I always liked that. Like I always knew like, we're going to be around each other for 10, 15 years. Like why not, like each other, or at least talk to each other a little bit? Cause when this is all over, like I want to go have some beers with these guys. I want to hang out and talk some shit. But like, if you're too wrapped up in it, which I mean, I guess you should be, cause it's a career, but at the same time, like, we're gotta be friends at some point in our lives. So, I don't know. It's tough. Cause yeah, like you said, you don't want them to know your weaknesses either, but yeah, you gotta keep that image up.
The thing, like I said this to Ricky and Chad when they were on the podcast together, that, there's only, like, let's say Ricky, Chad, and James, let's take those three, for example, right? They're the gnarliest dudes to ever do it in terms of like the rivalry, the money, the private jets. Like the sport peaked at those dudes, and they didn't like each other for the longest time. And I mean, James and Chad they had that sort of moment at one of the Supercrosses this year, and Ricky and Chad, like they'd say they're friends now. But man, can you imagine there's two other dudes on planet Earth that could relate to what you went through in your career, and you could just never talk to them? Like, can you imagine if you could never talk to another dude that raced pro? Like, you'd feel on an island.